Well, good morning and welcome back to Hammer Away. This is Viking Stew. Happy first day of June to everybody. And yeah, it happens to be a Monday, so let's hope all goes well. We got a little rain happening here today, which is going to wash everything up, and we'll see how it goes. We're talking about Zebra live.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Hope everybody had a great weekend. I have a little video here I was going to show. I don't know if this is going to be kind of a speedy something today. Got so much to do. In fact, I have an appointment that I was thinking I had going on today. It was either today or tomorrow thing, so I just pushed it to tomorrow. Got a rehearsal later. It's just nutty. But it's great. Had a great weekend. Saw some family. It's fantastic. Hope you guys had a great weekend also, as I was mentioning before. So let's get into this thing. Zebra live at the WILDEY Theater. I've told you about the WILDEY Theater in Edwardsville, Illinois. It's a fantastic venue. Al Canal kind of runs the show over there and does a great job. Those folks, the team that he has working there, do a great job. Security does a great job. And everybody goes in and just enjoys the show. I'm so sad that I missed out on Gary Hoey and I missed out on Graham Parker. But Gary will be back later this year, and hopefully I can get a hold of Graham Parker at some point too and have him on the show as well. So, but Gary Hoey shows up there with his Ho Ho Hoey show every year, every holiday season. So hoping to catch him for that. So just awesome music. If you're not into Gary Hoey yet, check it out. So let's get into this. Here's some photos. I didn't get a ton of photos this time for the show. Just I was enjoying the show so much. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen Zebra, if you're if you're like, oh, I wonder if they are, just go. It's a great show. I saw them Friday night. They did another show Saturday night. And kept in touch with Randy after that. My buddy and I started off the evening getting our passes, and they gave us a 50-year pick. So that was really, really cool. Got rolling on that. Then I just dropped something rolled off, of course, because it's a drumstick and it wants to slow me down. But yeah, then we got to hang out with the band. The band came out into the lobby this time. That's not usual. Usually we go into the theater and then you come around and you do it there. But it was great because you're right by their merch, and it was great right there in the lobby. So everybody gathered there. If you remember correctly, I was going to get this autographed for Billy Blair, who's been on the show before. And he said he had this cassette, loved this album. And then I was like, I took it, but I'm like, it's so teeny. I'll do it again, right? It's teeny tiny. It's real too small. So I knew what the signatures were like. And I'm like, I don't want to, And the other day at Vintage Vinyl, I had found a copy of the album he loves on vinyl. So I had him sign that for him. So sent it out to him, a photo out to him. And so I told him, I said, now the question is, do I deliver it in person or send it? So he goes, whatever you want. So now I got to work on getting down there to Texas. So here's the album that I had originally. I purchased this back when it came out, 1983, and I'd had Randy sign it there, and when he was in town doing a solo gig years ago at where else? The Viking Lounge. So then all I needed to do was have Felix and Guy sign it as well, and it worked out great. And I also found another copy of the first album. And got that autograph from my brother. So that's not here today because he was here yesterday and took it with him. So that was awesome. Now, when I did the VIP thing again, or earlier on, few years ago, they handed out these awesome. I mean, these are on a great cardstock, and it's a poster of the tour, and so they signed those as well. It's great. Really, really take care of you on that. As you can see here, on some of the gigs, they have Donnie V from Enough's Enough, but they have Anything But Human on the tour as well. I am still, folks, trying to figure out where I've heard of these guys, because I know that I've heard of these guys beforehand. They did a great job opening the show. They don't always have opening shows there at the Wildy, but sometimes they will. The one thing I can't say it, but the one thing I know that they don't do, because they didn't do it recently on a show where I was, that I was attending, they didn't do it. They did not have 3 bands. So here is the set list that they had. They opened up with, as I said before, then they had She's Waiting, When You Get There, All Your Love, which is, let's see, one of their new ones. One More Chance, just listen to that. Can't Live Without You. Oh, can't be living without you. Tell Me What You Want, the La La Song, Who's Behind the Door, Direction, another one of their new tracks, Walk With You, and Little Things. Walk With You, another new track from the upcoming record. Little Things, that was great. Felix has a great voice as well, and was really just knocking it out with no issue. Same with Randy, knocking them out, no issue. It was awesome. You could tell they were working, but no issue. Wait Until the Summer's Gone, great. Arabian Nights, Take Your Fingers From My Hair, and then they did 2 encore pieces. So it was a fantastic show. I think every one of these guys is underrated. Randy Jackson is underrated as a guitar player. Felix, underrated as the bass player, where he does keyboards as well. He's got all that stuff figured out to where it's the 3 of them on stage. That's it. And Guy Gelso, come on. I mean, he's killing it on the drums every time. You guys are great drum. Every member in this band is underrated, and they are still killing it. Every album is great. That's what I'm talking about. They've had, like I say, over their span of this 50 years, starting with their first album in 83, which of course you can do the math there. You know that it's been a little bit past, but every album is great. And they've had 4 of them over their span, which that's smart. They've stayed a great band. They're still the original members. And can we say that about anybody else that's been around that long at this point? ZZ Top was one of those only ones that was like that, and that's not true anymore, unfortunately. Dusty was amazing and fantastic and a great personality. I really enjoyed watching the ZZ Top film that they made that they recorded right before he passed, and I enjoyed seeing interviews with him on there. So, yeah, a great band, a great show, and everything sounded fantastic. And the WILDEY Theater, again, big hats off to WILDEY Theater. Cat Muse was there working the merch booth, so that was cool. We had somebody local doing that. That was neat. Bought me a t-shirt that I wore it yesterday, so I got to clean it. But they have this great 50. It's got the whole 50th logo on it. It's kind of a heather color shirt, so it's a deep gray, and it has the picture of the band. Then this piece right here basically is on the back of the shirt, and I really love it. Love it, love it. So yeah, if you get a chance to see Zebra, see it. I was noticing on this run a little bit earlier on in the run, they were with Angel and Stars. Oh God, if I could have seen that show, that'd have been phenomenal. Well, let's get into like I say, if you can see these guys do it, find out where they're going to be, when they're going to be. Uh, they have a show up in St. Charles, Illinois, at the ROCKIT Theater, and that is going to be July 11th. So that's a great time to go and see them. Summertime, see that. Then they're going to be. This one would be so cool in Pauling, New York, September 16th. Oh, nice. They're going to be at Daryl's house. I would love to go there. If there's one of those places, rock and roll locations, I would love to hit. It's there. I love Daryl's house shows. Those are great. I started watching those years ago. Then the following day, they're in Sellersville, Pennsylvania. Interesting. Huh. Okay. That's awesome. I was just talking about that because I have a friend of mine lives out there. So let's see, September 19th, then they're in Rome, New York at Capitol Theater. They're going to be at the Sellersville Theater, and then they'll be at Capitol Theater in Rome, New York. So make sure you do your VIP meet and greet, do the, upgrade to that. It is so cool. So cool. All right, well, let's get into my pickups that I've got. Here is the sticker from the store. It is Planet Score Records. Now, I have a couple of other things I want to talk about. Planet Score. I want to talk about that area because it's this is right off Manchester, down south of 40. If you get off of Big Bend. So it's right in there. It's a great store. They have all kinds of all the different medias. They got DVDs, they have VHS, they've got cassettes. That's where I got that. Obviously, that's where I got this cassette. They also have CDs. They have a rack of. What I'm going to show you today that I picked up is from their discount rack in the front. The discount rack. And then they have kind of a flat box of new stuff that just came in, so you can sort through that too. Let's see, what else do they have? Anything else? But they're really cool guys in there, and they know what they've got, and they keep things nice and orderly. It's great. Planet Score. Now, just down the street, I want to tell you about this too. I want to promote this as well. If they have the Blue Duck is right down the way. It's one of the winners. It's the winners of the Hell's Kitchen, who then went on and did the working after they won. They went and did their thing at Chef Ramsay's, and then I don't remember the other thing, but then they came back to the Blue Duck there that they had started years earlier, and the place is awesome. We went there for a brunch thing yesterday, and I bought the burrito, and you can get a boneless fried chicken piece as well to go with it. And their ranchero sauce, holy crap. Dipping both in it. Oh man, I ate half of it there, because then they had a soup that had brisket in it and turkey and smoky tasting. So good. So good. The Blue Duck, ladies and gentlemen, a block down the street from Planet Score Records. So they're real close. You can go do some shopping, do some eating. Great stuff. Now, then when I looked on the wall, this is for us rock and roller beer drinkers. I looked up on the wall while I was there, and I saw Heavy Riff Brewery, and I was like, Heavy Riff Brewery? What? Wow, that's kind of cool, And then they had a lighted version of that logo up on the wall too. So I was like, is that local? And I look it up. Sure enough, 9 minutes away, right down the street. 9 minutes. It's a no-brainer. Muy buena, no brainer. So I'm like, well, let's go there after this. So we did that. Had a wonderful meal there. The staff there was great. They kept everything rolling at the Blue Duck. So we left there's kind of little bit of rain, but not much, not like today, and headed on out and went down there to Heavy Riff Brewery, and there was lots of people hanging out there, and the crowd was growing as we were in there looking and checking out their beers. and did some flights to see what we liked, and ended up buying a few things. I'll share that with you guys a little bit later. But yeah, this is going to be our quick show. So 2 great places to go, 3 great places to go if you count where I went, Planet Score. All right, so head on down there and check it out, and then get yourself some lunch, and then go pick up a few beers to hang out next weekend. You know, it'd be cool. It's awesome. I tried their Love Gun. I ended up getting their Prison Bound. Was really good. And then they have everything's rock and roll themed, right? So they even have a Love Gun brew, and then they have one that has orange in it. It's the Love Gun brew, but it's got orange in it. It's called Dream something. They didn't have it because if they did, I'd have bought it. But their dark beer was called hold on, Velvet Underbrown. That's what it's called, Velvet Underbrown. So yeah, and then we also got their Runnin' Riot is what it's called. It's an IPA, so which isn't necessarily my style, but all right. So here we go. Let's get into this. Let's just start with this. I bought this copy of the first Zebra album. I was on a Zebra thing, right? So I got a copy of it. It was only $6.99. It's in great shape. Pick that up. Then I just love it. I buy this whenever I see it, because whenever I see it lately, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's do the thing. There's our thing. Now it's like that. There you go. Okay. I see this and I buy it because it's, for some reason, it's always cheap where I go. Now I have to remember to whom I spoke about this album, because I told them I had it and they needed to have it. So it's Paco de Lucia, Al Di Meola, and John McLaughlin all together live. I buy it whenever I see it because it's always so inexpensive. I think I paid $1.99 for it, and that's what this one is. I've paid $1.99 for this twice, and this album is phenomenal. Now, check this out. Let's do it. This was in their bargain section. There was a bunch of Satriani in their bargain section. So I picked up Super Colossal because I didn't have that one. There you go. $1.99. Also picked up Engines of Creation. There were some of those albums later on. I just hadn't been getting them. I just didn't see them. I didn't. But now's the time, I guess, right? Everything happens when it should. So there you go. Engines of Creation. And plus, it's also, when it comes to Satriani, it's great to gift. So even if I bought those at $1.99, I knew that if I had them accidentally, I didn't remember, and I'm like, it's $1.99. I can give them as a gift. The Frames, ladies and gentlemen. Glenn Hansard, who was in the movie Once. This was his band, and it's also the band with whom he toured and went through the Czech Republic, and that's where he met Irglova. So that was cool. Now, here we go. I'm going to kind of, I don't know if I'm going to do that. But this it's a 2 CD compilation for $1.99 called Drivin' with Johnny Walker. And I mean, it's got stuff from Lone Star, Chris Rea, Dido, Top Loader, Christy McCool, Sinead Lohan, Eagle Eye Cherry, Bobby Fuller, Katie Lang, Beach Boys, Pretenders, Andreas Johnson, The Temptations, Al Green, John Congos, let's see, Wood, Deacon Blue, Steve Earle, Soul Asylum, Hall & Oates. Let's see, Todd Snyder, The New Radicals, Booker T and the MGs, Prince, Aretha Franklin, Eva Cassidy. I didn't realize she was on here. Her copy, this has got her cover of Fields of Gold by Sting, and it's gorgeous. That version of hers is amazing. The Cores, Lori, what is that? Lori Lobos, Wilson Pickett, Cyndi Lauper. Let's see, Mood Swings featuring Chrissy Hind. The Farm, Fleetwood Mac, Junior Walker and the All Stars, Otis Redding, Cheap Trick, The Faces. What is that? There's a label. There's a label. I didn't know about the label. I mean, I didn't think about the label. There we go. Everything But the Girl and the Cars and Real and Soul Association. So I just thought I love these compilations. I might even just call that my playlist for the day. But Driving with Johnny Walker, pretty cool. All right. Now, there was 2 pieces of vinyl. I do have my parcel back here to go through. 2 pieces of vinyl. I buy this whenever I see it, if it's cheap, so that I'm still looking for the one, whichever one it is that I'm going to hang on the wall, but it is Frampton Comes Alive. I bought it for the cover. This sucker was $3.99. It's not in horrible shape either. I mean, I could check out the vinyl. That's the one thing about Hit Records down there in Columbia, Missouri, is no matter if I'm buying their cheap stuff or not, it all gets washed because the vinyls looked really clean. So I'll have to check this out, see if that's the same case. But there you go. It's beautiful. It's inside. I mean, it looks great. So yeah, $3.99. I'm like, hell yeah, I got to do that. So it's either going to get in my collection or hung on the wall. I never owned it because back in the day, because I just didn't like live albums. And that was the big thing too about Zebra. When Zebra put out their first, when I put out that live album, I fell in love with it immediately. Blake, what's up? I'm going to throw your thunders booming. I know, it's all my fault. It is my fault. Getting my downstairs gaming lair going. Good. Soon by getting the desk set and built. Yes, probably put some Marvel comic characters on there. Fantastic. Fantastic. I picked up kind of a desk thing the other day. It's a metal rolling desk thing. I don't know. It was interesting. Now, here's an album that when Keishi first played the track off of this, the first track, and there's a sticker on here so you'll know exactly what the song is. They said it came in like a plain wrapper. There wasn't anything telling you what it was, but when they played the song, they said it sounded a lot like Sting was singing. So they kind of thought, I don't know, is it Sting doing something or what? But it's not. They found out later that it's a band called Big Big Sun, and I think I ended up getting some promotional CD stuff about these guys from them. But this is a promotional copy, and it was in such good shape that I had to buy it, and it was in their cheap seats, so it only cost me $2.99, but it's in great shape. It's on Atlantic Records. It's called Big Big Sun. So if you've never heard this, do check it out. Cool stuff. The year, let's see if we can figure out what year this came out. Let's see if we can find it here. It's always so tiny. Okay, there it is. Wow. Yeah, 1989. So Stop the World was the song that they sent to the radio stations. And back then they'd do this. Play it, say it. That's what they said. When you play it, say it. All right. So it's the album is called Stop the World. It's Big Big Sun. And there's the guys on the back. This has Sports Day, Stop the World, Lilacs, Him, Human Zoo, Revenge, Julian's Coping, Piece of Silver, She Come, Rain, and The Game Goes On. So check it out. Check it out. Big Big Sun. All right. Have fun with that. I enjoyed it. I like it. And when I found it, I flipped out. It's kind of like when I showed you that vinyl of Slide that I found. Where did I find Slide? I think I found it at Vintage Vinyl. A copy of Slide, and they're an Australian band, and I had the CD, and I found the vinyl. It's super cheap. It's great shape. I'm like, fantastic. All right, let's take a look at what we got in this. Some of these packages I've had for a short bit, and I've forgotten what's in them. What do we have here? Oh, it's the extended 2 CD deluxe package, including 5 bonus tracks. I love it. I love it. It's Judas Priest, Redeemer of Souls. I had to get that to get the keep the collection up, right? That's one of those bands where I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I gotta have it. Let me see if I can get this off of here. And then in the meantime, though, you know, this is one of the things that I do like to do. Sometimes when I get done with a show, especially if I have the set list, I'll either get a set list or try to take a picture of one from somebody who got it. But I'll just make this playlist, and then I'll mark it as March 29th at the WILDEY 2025. So there's your set list. If you wanted to make a set list of live Zebra stuff or the stuff that they played live, there you go. So you can do it that way. Otherwise, let me take a look here real quick while I'm trying to unwrap this thing. See if I have another interesting playlist here. Also, do yourself a favor and check out Trillion. Now, okay, this is an interesting one because I just mentioned them. But these are just like full albums. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's cheating. Let's see what we got here. I do have one called This Is Hair Metal. I don't know that I've finished it, but there's a ton of tunes in here. So I'll break that one down later. Some of these playlists I make are frickin' huge. And sometimes okay, how many are in here? Let's see how many tracks we've got. Yeah, no, that's too big. Some of them I should break them down into, like I started doing, or I'd make 20 songs. Or there was the playlist we talked about where based on a CD where it was called were 60 tracks, 60 hit songs. Because sometimes, you know, you just want a short playlist. Let me see. One of my favorites of all time playlists is My Home for Christmas. I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about this one for the moment. Let's just use this as our playlist for today. It's called Great Hair Metal. So if you're talking about, this one is called Great Hair Metal Albums. Okay, so remember my brief rant about Bark at the Moon? Not a great album. Great songs. Has a lot of great songs. Some of my favorite Ozzy songs on it, but it's not a great album because I could skip So Tired every time. So not a great album. But let's kind of go through. Tell me what some of your favorite great albums are. Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to like and subscribe too while you're at it. I started off with Lynch Mob, Wicked Sensation, Bullet Boys, their first album, Cinderella, Long Cold Winter. The Big Prize by Honeymoon Suite, Once Bitten by Great White, Mechanical Resonance by Tesla, Kicks, Blow My Fuse, Skid Row's first album, Warrant, Dirty Rotten Filthy Stinkin' Rich, Rat. I mean, Dancing Undercover, I'm telling you, it's still underrated. I love that record. Let's see. This one is, I always forget. I think this is just called, it's just called Lita, right? Yeah. Lita Ford, Lita. It's got Close My Eyes Forever, Back to the Cave, Kiss Me Deadly. It's great record. Vixen. I love their first record with Edge of a Broken Heart. It's got Crying. It's got Desperate, One Night Alone. So great songs. I mean, I love the Vinnie Vincent Invasion first album. I love that album. Winger's first record, that's on here too. And we'll stop with this one, The Right to Rock by Keel. All right, I'll do one more because they were hair metal-y because they put their hair, I mean, their hair went to the moon at the time. Whitesnake, 1987, self-titled Whitesnake. So that's the beginnings of great hair metal albums. Those are albums that I think are great front to back, and always enjoy them. Now I'm supposed to be getting this thing open, and I'm not doing that. I'm reading my list. Also tell me about a band where you just, like me, what I'm doing right now, getting this Judas Priest. What's a band that you consistently get the next version of that record? Like I've got all the Kiss stuff now because I bought all of the remasters. I'm kind of glad I didn't get into Megadeth earlier on, because when I was in college, I'm telling you, I've said it before on here, I wasn't into them because I didn't like Dave's voice when I was in college, and when they were doing P-Cells, it bothered me for some reason. Well, because it can. I mean, it's just the way it is. My voice can bother somebody. But what was that show where they would wig out? Somebody would wig out because of somebody's voice. Oh, it was Seinfeld. It was Seinfeld. Yeah. But yeah, it grated at me, and I was like, God, stop. But then I heard Dread and the Fugitive Mind, and I was in. Let's see if I can get this open. I have got to get this finished because I got to get going here. Okay, come on. Don't you? I hate these upper stickers, and so do a lot of other people. So much so that sometimes when I buy used CDs, these stickers are still on here, and they're frayed and sticking off, and I hate it. Okay, come on. I know, it's a Monday. It's Monday. And wow, big shout out to my friends at my old job who are going back today already for summer school. Ugh. That's too soon. Too soon. Look at that. 2 CD set. This is great. This is great. It's gorgeous. Let me get back here so I know that I'm showing it to you. Look how gorgeous this thing is. It's great. 2 discs. Look at that. I tell you what, these guys and the artists with whom they work, I mean, they do some great stuff. Look at that. That looks evil. Evil. Pee-wee evil. Wow. There it is. Halls of Valhalla. Gotta love that. Yeah, that's great. That is great. Rob Halford, Glenn Tipton, Richie Faulkner, Ian Hill, and Scott Travis. Scott Travis, not only one of rock and metal's greatest drummers, but he's tall. That dude is tall. I'll show you a picture sometime down the line here. I'm going to be getting all my photos together too and doing that. All right. So again, be sure and check out Zebra on their 50th anniversary tour, a band that started back in 1976. So it's really, 76, 75, 76, right in there. So a great band, an original band, still all original members, and great music. Buy their stuff. Get out there, find it. You can find it used. I did. I showed it to you. Found that Zebra album, $6.99 out there $3.99 for the cassette for for no telling lies. Look at that. There you go. $6.99. It's great. It's fantastic. All right, guys. Great hanging with you this morning. Johnny Bean and I. Check out Johnny Bean TV. Please do. Go check it out. And check out his exclusively Van Halen channel. He knows everything about it. He's been doing, we were talking last night, and he's been doing this for 20 years now. And 10 of it was doing live stuff. And so he's been rocking it. And super nice guy. Great spending time with him. Johnny Bean, JOHNNY BEANE, Johnny Bean. I'll put it in here. All right. So there we go. I'm going to type. Doop, doop, doop. Let's do it right. He'll not be happy with me if I do it wrong. I mean, I wouldn't be happy with me. Okay. Johnny Bean TV. Check it out. And I'm going to do a / exclusively Van Halen. Yeah. He's like, yeah, there's nothing I don't probably know about Van Halen. So, so check that out. Do get out there and check out Johnny Bean TV. Nice guy, super nice guy. We had a great talk last night, and I had to apologize a couple times because I was, going on about certain things that are passionate to me. Movies, Star Wars, Marvel, these things. So, all right, guys, have a great one. Blake, thanks for popping in, man, and I hope everything goes well. I hope you're doing well today. I hope everybody else is doing well today. Let us get into my media assets here. That's what they call them. I didn't know if you knew that, but that is what they call them, media assets. Let's hit the right button and get the music started. So remember, when you walk out your door every day, you're in everybody else's world. They're not in yours. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing, for sticking with me, especially when I was away for a little while there. And still quite a blessing to be here and doing this and talking music. It's still great, however many there are. And I love bringing you the information and bringing you some fun and talking about these things. Hop on in sometime. Ask me a question. See what I like. Tell me what you like. Tell me in the comments below. All right? Take it easy, folks. Have a great day.